Five Nights at Freddy's. I actually tried to play this game yesterday, but the recording got all fucked up, so let's give it another go. We actually didn't make it that far. We only got it to, like, night 5. Alright. How you guys doing today? Good? I hope you guys are doing very well. Today, I just got off work, and I'm really tired. I am so tired, I'm probably gonna go to sleep as soon as I'm done getting spooked out by this fucking game. Alright, so based on the refresher course that I did yesterday on this damn game, you have to check the camera, only camera 1C, and every other camera is redundant. You don't need to check them. Right? In fact, it's better if you don't— Mute! Shut up! Damn! It's better if you don't check them, because then you're gonna waste power, and the more you waste power, the more likely you are to die. So, our goal is to not die, but to rather live for 5 nights at Freddy's. And ironically enough, Freddy typically comes out around the 5th night, and that's when he starts to go in your room and start to like spread your cheeks and try to search for your asshole inside of your cheeks. And little does he know, he just kind of like takes a step back. He's like, "Oh, it was right under my nose the entire time." Yo, not cool, not cool, not cool, not cool. See, I don't know where that but he thinks he's Rick Sanchez. He is not Rick Sanchez. This game is really iconic to me. I said it once in the video I did not that long ago about Secret of the Mimic, which was a really interesting game, but it just doesn't come close to this, man. I'll be honest. Like, you can call it an improvement all you want, but this changed everything. It's just a different kind of game. There was no other game like this at the time. Like, you literally have 2 doors of robots, with robots trying to kill you on either side, trying to poke your eyeballs out, and you have to check the camera to see where they are. And each one has a different purpose, except Chica and Bonnie, which do practically the same thing, except on either side of my earlobes. Freddy has this weird-ass mechanic where he has this inevitable tendency to assassinate you. He's kind of like the impending doom. He's the boogeyman. And then we have Foxy, who just kind of like stays behind the curtains the whole time, not really doing anything, except just kind of peekabooing at you, going like, "I know you're there." So we're just gonna play it safe. And this night, we're probably gonna get a nice little visit from Bonnie, but that's it. Yo, that's an Easter egg right there. Those fucking things aren't supposed to do that. Look, see? They're looking that way. That's cooked, bro. There he is. Big man. That's it. I wonder what the scariest Five Nights at Freddy's game is. Alright, I would think that the scariest Five Nights at Freddy's would be the 6th one. Shut up. I would think that the scariest Five Nights at Freddy's would be the 6th one, Pizza Simulator. Because that game just came out of buttfuck nowhere, okay? Like, I was just minding my own business, and then my little brother calls me. He's like, "Yo, the new Five Nights at Freddy's just came out." And I was like, "What?" Like, after Sister Location, I was so confused. I thought that was the end of it. I thought that was the end of the lore, but bro, I watched fucking MatPat's theory on Game Theory. I could not have been more wrong. There could not have been a more fitting ending to the franchise other than the last game, Pizza Simulator. Like, you build up your own pizzeria, you gather up the scraps, you gather up fucking Molten Baby, Molten Freddy, Molten Springtrap, or Scraptrap or some shit. Where's he at? There he is, he's right there. And Lefty, who I think is the puppet, apparently. I have no idea. But that game I would say is the scariest. You would think it would be the 4th one because it has Nightmare in the name of every single one of the animatronics. You have to kind of listen for like doors that for some reason this little kid just fucking leaves open, cracked open like 2 inches because he likes the smell of animatronics fucking breathing outside of his fucking door. But it's not the scariest because in the fucking, at least you have doors. At least you have some way to protect yourself, to like give yourself shelter. In the 6th one, you have no protection. You're literally stuck right smack in the middle of a room, smaller than this fucking office, and you don't have doors. Like, you legitimately just have 2 vents. You have to like turn on a TV, just kind of like update your shit. You have to like print out paper plates and flyers and a bunch of other bullshit. And then you log off the TV and everything's done. You finish the night until the final night when eventually you die, kinda. Like, that's the whole point. You die. You play as Michael Afton, and then finally he finds his father, William Afton, and then it's all cooked. The whole restaurant burns down. Henry Emily's like, I have a way out for you, but I have a feeling that's not what you want. And then he just dies. What up, my boy? You know, I would normally say that William Afton, the creator of these animatronics, is one of the worst villains out there, but that's not true. And I know what you're gonna say, right? Like, what about all the fans? What about all the fans of the lore and the Five Nights at Freddy songs, which some of them are bangers? What about them? Why would this game have songs written about fucking William Afton if he's not one of the worst bad guys out there? Because if what game theory was saying is true, then William Afton deadass just like completely cooked himself by being an envious, jealous, prideful piece of garbage. He was just being dumb. Like, I would say my favorite bad guy of all time is probably Thanos. Thanos is definitely my bad guy. Because you can definitely understand where he's coming from, right? He has a good backstory. You would never actually see flashbacks of his backstory, which I think is a good thing, because why should the villain's past matter in that kind of situation? I mean, my brother was trying to cut down population by half, and people are always saying, oh, why didn't he fucking multiply the population by 2? Why didn't he double the population, like double the resources to help the population grow rather than cut it down by 50%? Why didn't you just do that? Well, he doesn't really have a malice. It's more of a malice that was fucking generated by kind of resentment, right? For the people who kind of brought him down on his home planet of Titan. Like, he was telling every motherfucker, he was like, guys, stop fucking, stop reproducing. And everyone's like, yo, what are you talking about? He was just telling them, like, bro, if we keep doing this, we're going to have an overpopulation issue and we're all gonna die. And then no one listened to him, and then his entire planet just fucking died. Like, his whole childhood just went to shit. And yeah, everything was cooked from there, wasn't it? So he set out to find the Infinity Stones, and then that's where there you go. You know, if you just have more resources for a population, then you're still dealing with overpopulation. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Like, make another planet? Then what are you gonna do when all of a sudden there's no more space for planets? What are we gonna do? We're cooked, bro. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go cook up some hot dogs that are more cooked than how much we already are. You know what I could go for right now? A nice 20 milligrams in. Yo, what was that? What the fuck was that noise? I just heard that classic fucking or whatever noise the animatronics make. Are they back on stage? Nah, Freddy's on stage. Chica's over by the dining area. Bonnie is just chilling in the hallway like a goober. And Foxy has yet to show his ass. Or should I say her ass? You know, Foxy was a fucking girl, bro. I was shocked when I learned that. Back like 6 years ago, maybe. Dude, you were just in the hallway. Chill out. You cannot be that hungry for some toes. You cannot be hungry that bad for toes. Instead of toes, why don't you go to Moe's? Why don't you go to Moe's and fancy some woes, get some women, get some hoes? Why don't you go get some tacos, some quesadillas, and maybe go to Lowe's to get a shovel for the way I'm gonna bury you down in the Lowe's? You know, as iconic as this game is, the first Five Nights at Freddy's I ever played was the second one. And I liked it a lot more because it was definitely a lot more, there's a lot more to do. A lot more mechanics, a lot more, like, animatronics. Like, literally 8 animatronics. Double the amount of animatronics that we have in this game. We have, like, all 4 of them make a comeback. Then we have Mangle and the Funtime version of the other 3, Bonnie, Freddy, and Chica. Balloon Boy and the Puppet. 10 animatronics in the second one. So we stepped this shit up by, like, fucking 2.5.
Hello. Hey,
Wait, where's Chica? Where's Chica? Where's Chica? Where the fuck is Chica? How is she in the Yo.
I'm not implying that they died.
Alright, bro, that's enough of you. Dude, how is Chica out for some toes already? She that down bad? Yo, Bonnie, quit licking the door. I've had enough. Imagine all the slobber you're gonna have to clean off. Then that shit, like... why are you doing this? You know there's no other cleaner here, right? Like, it's literally just me. Like, why would you do this to me? I'm the janitor, the fucking surveillance monitor, and the director of this whole place. What's the matter with you? Quit slobbering all over the floor. You're gonna get all over everything. I should play some music on the side. Let's get some Kansas going. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Is that a speaker? Yo, let me get some tunes. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Muchas novias. Hoy tengo una, mañana otra. Me la voy a toda. That's not. Wait, that's not the lyrics. No, I got. Fuck. He's right here. Yeah, I don't know how Freddy works. Like, he might just enter at any moment. As long as I check the camera with the door closed, I'm fine. But I gotta, like, stay consistent. I heard him again. So he's in camera 4A right now. At this point, every time I hear him, he should just be switching between those two. Alright, that fucker is, like, actually trying to kill me. I'm trying to blow my nose so bad. Got such an annoying little tickly itch inside my right nostril. I was not wrong. That Snot Rocket was the juiciest one I've had in such a long time. Alright. Let's lock in Markiplier style. You ready? Already, are we? Damn. Fifth night don't play. This is a hearing game, too. Every time I hear footsteps, I can guarantee that something has moved. Which sounds obvious, but with this game, it's easy to fall into the same monotonous patterns without actually accomplishing anything. Fuck. Close, close, close! Damn! Alright, so my theory seems to be right. My little hypothesis. Every time I flip the camera, whenever the door is closed, he loses interest. But whenever the door is open when I do so, the danger level rises. To support my theory, we have that one instance in Sister Location where we have that game where we have to go into this control room and update a bunch of shit with... Oh my... That's so annoying. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a cheese stick. I got it, guys. I got my cheese stick. Imagine I press new night there. That would be so annoying. And yeah, that's right. I ate my cheese sticks without peeling the string cheese. I eat that, John, like it's a banana. Fuck. We're trying this one more time. And if we fail, we fail. I want to go to sleep. Alright, let's lock in. Here we go. Final night, baby. So here I don't really say much. I just straight up just kind of like make the occasional commentary because I was so focused. And I was really just trying to get through this night here. So before I got so rudely interrupted before, let me tell you how Freddy works. Basically, he's the boogeyman, and he really likes feet. So he's just gonna go over there and try to smell your toes and shit. And what you have to do is like close the door every time you check the camera, because every time you check the camera, I'm pretty sure that is when the danger level rises up to its maximum, and Freddy, it just tells Freddy that he's able to come in closer to the room. So let's say he's at camera 4B. At that point, that's when he's going to be able to enter the room once you're on the camera, because that's when his danger sensors are at their maximum. And I think that is backed by Sister Location, when Funtime Freddy has a very similar mechanic. And with that in mind, beating the night was pretty easy. It was just like listening to like audio cues, fuck. And yeah, thankfully I was able to beat it without much problem. Let's go. I thought I was gonna have to wait it out by like not using anything and hoping that Foxy wouldn't get me. Awesome. $120 for the whole week. Yes, cooked. So after 11 years of this game being released, I can confidently say that yes, this game still produces stress, and even though the mechanics are quite outdated, they still work very well in a horror game. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Peace.